Okay, let's talk about your farm this week. This is actually a good week. I mean, there's a lot of emergency missions, not that many impacts as always, but it's still a decent week for the coin. Actually, it's a pretty bad week, now that I think about it. I mean, let's talk about it, huh? Super Impact, I still have Asuma. If you've not grinded him yet, I think he's a well-worthy unit to grind. If you've not seen my videos using him, I definitely would recommend checking them out, because I did 2 unit run and injured using him, and the way that he boosts himself with his normal jutsu by 25% for 3 turns and restores on chakra just means that of course he gets the full chakra back since he's 4 and 8. Giving himself 3 chakra, whenever he comes back he gets an extra one, so pretty much he gets a full chakra back when he jutsus. So he can boost himself forever, and it's super good. And then the ultimate of course can boost himself as well. If you, let's say you jutsu 3 times with him, you get to the 75%, you get to the boss, you do the ultimate because it does 75% as well, so that's the 150, which is the cap. So really good PvE unit. I'll definitely recommend not summoning him, farming him. His raid is not that difficult. The thing is, like, it caught me off guard and a lot of people's off guard because he does become a skill type in the last map. So because it's a hard type raid, you think, oh, let me just bring my strongest body units and do it. But then he becomes a skill type at the end, so you just need to bring like strong height units like Kaguya. If you can bring a Final Valley Naruto friend, or if you have yourself Final Valley Naruto, it's just not that difficult of a raid, honestly, compared to other super impacts that is, right? Because they're way more difficult super impacts. So I do believe Asuma is worth farming, and his PvP version is actually not that bad. Like, he has bad stats, right? He has like bad speed and not that great health stat, which is why he's not that amazing. But his normal jutsu has a 70% chance of jutsu ceiling. That's a 60, but of course he has an ability that increases by 10. He has a 70% chance of jutsu ceiling that, again, on my showcase video for him, it did come in clutch. So there are moments where his jutsu ceiling can be very helpful. And you gotta remember that jutsu ceiling on Blazing is actually pretty strong, on PvP that is, because when you jutsu seal someone, if they get switched, so let's say there is someone that has the PvP reward Minato that everyone knows because everyone faces him all the time, and behind him they have Final Valley Sasuke. Like, I jutsu seal the Minato, and he uses Final Valley Sasuke. When Final Valley Sasuke is back, Minato will still be jutsu sealed. Those jutsu ceilings don't go away. So it's a really strong mechanic still. I'll definitely recommend farming Asuma. Moving on, we have not super impact, hard mode. Might Guy. Of course, there was these hard modes before Super Impacts was a thing, and Might Guy was one of them. If you don't recall, he released Visage 6 Pev's Mother, and Might Guy is actually still really relevant. He does gain a true chakra removing map, so he becomes a good unit for Ninja because he also boosts himself. But the thing is that differently than Asuma, he doesn't jutsu. So Asuma jutsus and damages someone and boosts himself. Might Guy just boosts himself for 100% for 7 turns, restores true chakra, which again is like he's 5, so it's not like full just like Asuma. And he does deplete your health by 10%. Like, Might Guy, he's not that insane of a free-to-play unit, but if you can farm him, I would recommend, because he's still pretty decent. His raid, I want to say it's not that difficult anymore. When it released, it was pretty difficult. Nowadays, it's not as difficult, but still is somewhat. So if you can do his raid, don't worry, you will not miss out on that much. But just keep in mind that his last map is the most annoying thing because it's a skill type, and it nukes you, like it insta shots you. So you need to like bring damage reduction, attack weakening to actually beat it. And it's pretty annoying. So if you can't beat his raid, I'll not be like too alarmed. But he's pretty decent, I'll recommend farming him. Izumu, he's a new, not new, he was new last week, emergency mission, which by the way, you need to farm him. Not because he's good, but in Phantom Castle, which is available this week, in Phantom Castle, let me go here, he gets extra points. So let me go in the team setup right here, and you can see that he has the extra effect around him. Farm him, just get 1 copy, doesn't matter, and use him on your Phantom Castle team because you get 1.5 times the points. extra 50%. That's very good for getting to rank 100. A lot of people complain that they can't get to rank 100 without spending pearls, which is definitely possible even without the boost characters. You just need to like actually use every single stamina, maybe rank up one time or two. It's really annoying, but with Izumo you can easily get top the floor 100 and get the Phantom Castle reward. So Izumo, definitely grind him just for that. Other than that, for keeping and using, he's not very good. He's a terrible unit. Very sad to see that the recent emergency missions have not been that great, right? So moving on, we have Zetsu. Zetsu is really bad. I'll not recommend farming him. Toby's really bad. I'm not even gonna take time. This is just bad. Just hear my word. It's just bad. Don't recommend farming him. Sugetsu is bad. Don't recommend farming him. Jugo is bad. I don't recommend farming him. Boom. That is. Now moving on to the shop. I'm actually going to talk about the Phantom Castle unit as well. I didn't bring him up, but I'll bring it up. So, a new unit called Kotetsu just released, and usually things release first on JP, right? But because Global and JP are synced up, you know, we got him. And which, by the way, you know this 1010 right here? They're on Global. They put the summonable 1010 in here to purchase. I wasn't fortunate enough to actually see it because I was sleeping at the time. I took it. Usually, where I live, I get the leaks and all the info at like 7 a.m. So like I wake up for the leaks and stuff, but I didn't sleep. So I did the leaks video, went to bed for like 2 hours just to take a quick nap before Ninja Road released. When I woke up, people were tweeting at me saying, yo, they put summonable 1010 in the shop. And I'm like, what? That was funny. But yeah, there's the hard 1010. But let's talk about Kotetsu first. He's really bad. It's really sad how... Oh, he's even worse. Okay. So whenever I use Google Translate to translate units, when Nordex leaks units, he does in Japanese. So I translate them in Google Translate. On Google Translate, they don't know the difference between the kanji for immobilize and the kanji for jutsu seal. It's always the same thing that they give me. It's always impotence is what Google Translate always gives me. So I'm always confused when someone has the thing about immobilization or jutsu seal. When I did the translations for him, I thought it was jutsu sealing. Immobilize is even worse. So yeah, he's a very bad unit, and I would not recommend buying at all. You can see that I bought, it's just because you can see right here, I have 2 million points, even after I already stocked up on everything that I needed. If you have like 3 million Ninja Road coins, then okay, but if you're struggling to like even buy the acquisition stones, I would not recommend Kotetsu at all. I would say always, no matter what the unit is, go for the acquisition stones first. Acquisition stones, they power up your summonable units. Summonable units are just stronger than free-to-play units. It's just how it is. So, at least the recent ones, of course. OG summonable units, of course, are worse than some of the new free-to-play units. It's just how it is as well. But Kotetsu, what does he do? He has terrible damage reductions in field skill, terrible damage reductions in body skill. He has terrible sinks, terrible abilities, and he has a terrible jutsu. It's 5.3 towards 1, 6.5 if they're mobilized. Terrible ultimate, 14 towards 1 if they're mobilized is 16. Terrible. They don't have the jutsu here, but the ultimate, I really like his ultimate. The animation, I really like it. Well, that's pretty much about it. Again, for the coin shop, for Ninja Road, always buy the acquisition stones first, always. And then the Limber crystals, they're very important, right? And then we have this 1010. 1010 is okay. I got this was a summonable 1010, by the way. No, I'm dumb. This was a summonable 1010 that they put in there. I wish I could have bought her and see what happened. They probably would switch her for the hard 1010, but this is the hard 1010. She's okay. When she released, people are really happy with her because they usually give ninja units like really bad stuff, just like this Kotetsu. She's again okay. Her normal jutsu is 3.5, so you can see there's a really low multiplier. Towards skill, 2.5 towards the others, again, really low multiplier because it's 3 and 6. And again, really low multiplier for the ultimate, 6 towards all. 6, it's 9 if it's skill, but like, if you're doing like Ninja Road or something, a lot of the times you're not facing a single element. So like you're doing 6 times with 20% just mobilizing. Yeah, you have a decent chance of resetting, but it's like, again, if it's between Kotetsu and Tenten, 100% Tenten. Especially because we're only getting new units in 34 days, right? If it's between the two of them, Tenten, 100%. But first of all, acquisition stones, Linear crystals, always, always, always. And then for the Clash coins, is Might Die. I don't think I have a max dupe, so I'll cop his dupes actually. Because PvP coin units, like, they need to give more PvP coins, because I play a decent amount of PvP. I'm not like the biggest PvP player, but I play a decent amount. I honestly, I play more than like most people do. And I have like 3 million Ninja Road coins, and I have only 150,000 like PvP coins. I barely spend them. It's like they need to give more. Especially when they have so much stuff, right? The Limit Crystal costs the exact same here as it costs in the Ninja Road shop. That's insane. But yeah, Might Die is actually, he's the hardest hitting heart type on skill, if I'm not mistaken. He does have increased damage against skill, and he does do a decent amount because he boosts himself on the ultimate. The multiplier against pretty low, but because he boosts himself, he ends up doing some decent damage on skill. And he has a pretty high chance of critical hitting, so that all adds up. If you have enough coins to purchase, I would say go for it, but here's the thing. Something tells me that in 20 days, they'll release a new PvP coin shop unit. The first thing is that Ninja Road coins are gonna be like resetting 34 days, and PvP is gonna be in 20 days. In 20 days, there's something called the 3rd anniversary that is going to be going on. So most likely, a good PvP shop unit, I don't want to say a good one, but a new one is going to release. So if you want to save your coins for that, I would recommend it, because again, in 20 days they're switching, and you can't play PvP right now, at least for this week and the next one, because JP, I'm pretty sure, doesn't have PvP as well. So you're gonna be 14 days without being able to even grind PvP coins. So in 20 days, again, the shop's switching, so probably a new unit for the anniversary now. What is the name of the Phantom Castle unit? I want to talk about him, because maybe some people want to know if they should grind Phantom Castle. What is his name again? I completely forgot. It's Yamato, right? It's not like something complicated. Okay, it's just Yamato. I thought it was like something complicated, like I don't know. Guru, yeah, I thought it was just like Guru, like not like Yamato, but yeah, he should be in here. Yep. So Yamato, the Phantom Castle reward unit, he's okay. He has a not very good field and body. The thing is that he has amazing dupes, like 500 healing, and then he becomes 4-8. He has amazing dupes. The problem is that like Phantom Castle units, you either go hard and get those dupes, or you only get one copy. It's either or. So like, if you want to spend pearls and get the Yamato, go for it. I would actually advise, because he's a good PvE free to play unit. But at the same time, it's like, do I really want to use pearls to like grind him? As I said, he ignores damage reduction for all, and then 4.3, and then 14 times for all, 40% is jutsu sealing or mobilization. Decent. It's actually pretty good, but again, I don't know if I would recommend using pearls to get him, because Phantom Castle, especially if you like, because what are the ranking, right? You need to be top 100 to get full copies. You do get 30 pearls back, so if you stay in budget and like only use 30 pearls to actually like get the top 100, I feel like it's worth it. I feel like it's totally worth it if you only use 30 pearls and get the pearls back and get the Yamato max duped. I think it's worth it. At the same time, Yamato is gonna come back in future Phantom Castles, so maybe you wanna get like 4 dupes, like 4 copies that is, you're gonna get like 4 copies, and then just get the healing, and then when he comes back you get the other dupes. Like, it can be like that. I'm probably gonna go for the healing dupes myself. I do wanna go a little bit, usually I just go for 100, that's it. I'm probably gonna go a little bit harder this Phantom Castle, just for the fact that he is pretty good, so thank you guys for watching. These are my recommendations of watch farm this week. Third anniversary is in the corner, so I cannot wait for what raids were coming. Oh, and oh yeah, almost forgot. New Super Impact Madra is coming next week. Very weird that they actually announced that, but it's right here. If I scroll, yep, right here. New Sage 6 Palace Madra Super Impact is coming, so I wonder who's going to be, of course, the oh, wait. Special reward conditions also apply to helper characters in solo play? Wait, does that mean... Special reward conditions? Oh, I'm dumb. For a second I was like, oh, I think... Because usually, when you have a super impact, the Blazing Festival that comes with it has increased stats and increased multipliers. I thought that the friend was also gonna get that, but it's just the reward condition, it's just the free pearls that they give for like clearing like skill only and stuff like that. I'm dumb, sorry. For a second I followed that, but thank you guys for watching, and good luck with your grinding, and good luck if you with Ninja Road. Ninja Road is really difficult, annoying as heck. I'd only recommend doing it once and not doing it again. Thank you guys for watching.